Alright, hey there YouTube, we're back here at the Gold Jeep. Like I said, we're going to modify this part of the transmission tunnel for the future doubler. I rewatched the videos of HVAC off-road where he modified his, and he said that the doubler was about 8 inches. So I have it marked from this line to that line as a little over 8 inches. So we're going to cut this piece out, and then I'll bring you guys back and show you what else we're going to have to do, because we got to keep in mind that we got to keep our seat belt bolt and everything there. So we're going to get this thing figured out. So I'll bring you guys right back. Got that thing cut out of here. Be mindful if you guys do this, if you're doing it with the transmission and or transfer case still installed, be mindful of your cutoff wheel and how deep you go. I was being really careful. And then down here I just kind of kept going back and forth till I cut it out, and then on the corners I used the hacksaw right here, this end, that's why it's all bent up, to finish it off. I still got room. I got about 1/2 inch away from where the frame is, so I didn't mess with that, but I did start running into this structure piece. There's like kind of a gusset thing that runs under the floor to strengthen the transmission tunnel and give the seats something sturdy to mount to. So I'm gonna start cutting off part of this back side to get it to slide back. I'm looking like I'm going to run into some issues with that, but we'll see. I'm just going to start cutting stuff off until I get it to where I like it, and then I'll bring you guys back and show you what's going to happen next. I went ahead and cut this piece up. I got some like gaps and stuff back there that we can fill in. But I'm thinking that something about like that, so I'm gonna have to take my Sharpie and make some marks, because there's some material that's going to be overhang, and I don't want to leave too much overhang. So I'm thinking cut out whatever I need to in here, and then I'll just cut alongside that that brace that's under there. So and then I'll get it up in there, and I will tack weld it probably on this corner where my finger's pointing first, and then over in that corner, and then I'll have to come down here and beat this end in. I think I'm gonna go ahead and drill a couple of spot weld holes in that, and then clean up this metal here so I can weld to it, and then we'll start burning this thing in. But let me set this up there where I want it, make some marks with my Sharpie, get all that excess cut out, and then I'll get it tacked in, and then I'll bring you guys back and show you what's going to happen. I do have some of that sheet metal and little bits to use to fill in the gaps. So yeah, I'll bring you guys right back after a bit. Got that thing at least welded across the top and then tacked in down here. Now I'm getting ready to take that bit of poster board that I've been using, and I'm gonna make a template for this piece that's gonna have to go back up in here, and then I'll get ready to start making a piece to go right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna, I'll butt it up to these two sides, but when it comes to down here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll spot weld it. You know, just kind of like I did over there on the other side, and I'll seal it up, and it should be plenty good. Once it's sealed up, it won't matter. I'll have to seal it up inside and then go underneath and clean, and then I can seal it up underneath. So yeah, let me get back to it, and I'll bring you guys back and show you what else is going on. I got it up in here, at least this end. I measured it, and it'll give me a little bit over 8 inches, which is fine. I did have to make a couple of pieces to like fill in some of the gaps, but that's okay. I'll clean it up, and that's gonna get all covered anyway, so it doesn't matter. I can't remember if I ever messed with this bolt hole or bolt for the seat mount, but it's been welded before, and it's kind of leaning over. Kind of looks like something I might have done, I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna make some brackets, like spacers, to lift this bench seat up a little bit. I do sit a little bit low in that thing, but I want to get it away from the transmission hump just a little bit, because in my other video I talked about how I had to adjust it and then lock it down because it wouldn't move because it was so tight against there. So we're gonna make like a 1-inch spacer or something to lift it up. But yeah, so it's in there, but now I just got to make this piece. And yeah, I actually might make it to where it overlaps this whole area to give it a little bit of strength along this edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some more poster board. I don't think I have enough left of that one. I got a little bit left inside, so I'll get that, and then I'll cut out a piece, and then I'll probably weld it in. Like I said, I'll probably just overlap that area. I'll probably flush mount it up along here, but then I'll let it overlap, and then overlap down here too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it out, and then weld that thing in, and I'll bring you guys back. I got the welder going. I got my piece cut out that's gonna get welded right up in here. I decided to just go ahead and butt them up together rather than laying a piece on there. I think it'll I'll be happier with it in the long run, even though I'm more than likely not gonna see this again, but I'd rather just do it how I feel like doing it, I guess. Think I should do it. So anyway, I'm gonna get that thing welded in there, and then I'll bring you guys back and we'll move on to something else. I got that piece all welded up in there. Something was twisted and it overlapped in some areas, and others it butted up, and then others it had gaps. I don't know, it was weird, but it's in there. It looks pretty decent, I think. I'll clean it up with a flap disc just a little bit, and we'll seal it up and paint it, and you'll never know unless you climb underneath. But I'm gonna have to end the video right here. I got some stuff to do. I'm gonna take a break, got some phone calls to make, and also I gotta measure these bolts here, studs in the floor, and cut out pieces for this because we're gonna weld this to the floor, but I gotta get the pieces in some vinegar to get rid of that coating. And we're just gonna weld that to the floor. We'll cut those bolts out and then weld it to the floor. But I gotta get the measurements too and write them down so that when I cut those out, I'm not guessing where the bench seat's gonna be up in here, which I guess could be pretty easy, but I want to make it easier for myself. But anyway, stay tuned for that. That'll be in the next one, as well as finishing mounting the secondary shifter for the doubler, future doubler, and then as well as I'll reveal kind of what we're doing up there too, and then I'll talk more about my pedal pads. So but yeah, that's it for this video. Watch out for the next one, and till next time, y'all take care now.